Last Trump delivering a very personal response to that lewd tape.
It has shaken me to my core in a way that I couldn't have predicted.
Direct hit, Hurricane Nicole battering Bermuda. Blasting the island with winds topping 100 miles an hour. 90% of the nation without power. Now its path this morning as a massive new storm heads for the west.
Desperate search. The FBI hunting for a serial kidnapper, preying on young children, believed to have abducted a 6-year-old from her home. The suspect caught on camera, hundreds of tips pouring in. So why can't investigators find him?
And a giant shark caught on camera bursting through a diving cage. The team doesn't know if a diver's still inside.
Nobody's in the cage.
A man emerges seconds later. Wait to hear what he's telling us this morning.
Live in Times Square, this is GMA with Robin Roberts, George Stephanopoulos, and Michael Strahan.
Good morning, America. Happy Friday. I think we got to call it Lucky Friday for that diver right there. My goodness.
Yeah, we're looking at it. It seems like a very tense moment, but for him, I'm sure it seemed like a very tense hour.
I have a question. Aren't those cages supposed to keep sharks out?
Well, the idea.
Okay, just checking.
But that shark heard all about ABC Shark Tank, so he wanted to experience the Shark Tank, so it went in.
Good one, Michael. All right, wait. Do you guys hear the song?
Oh, yeah.
My favorite one, my go-to karaoke. Oh, to what we've got. Michael?
It doesn't make a difference if we make it on.
You actually got to sing with the man.
I was going to throw it to George, but I realized the song would die right there.
George?
But why are we singing, or why are you singing this morning?
Because I had a big exclusive interview with John Bon Jovi and the whole band, and they're going out on tour. We're talking about his new album, This House Is Not For Sale. So that's coming up later in the show.
That one is coming up. But right now, let's begin with all the latest in the race for the White House. Just 25 days now until the final votes. More new polls show Donald Trump falling further behind Hillary Clinton as Trump fires up his most fervent supporters by lashing out at the media. And his wife Melania joins in with new threats of legal action. ABC's David Wright is on the scene at Trump Tower. Good morning, David.
Good morning, George. Melania Trump is threatening to sue People magazine over a story filed by a reporter who says Trump sexually assaulted her in December 2005. The reporter, one of several women to come forward this week to accuse Trump of unwanted advances. Overnight, Donald Trump on the attack again, going after not only the Clintons, but the media and big business, alleging a global conspiracy against his candidacy.
The Clinton machine is at the center of this power structure. Anyone who challenges their control is deemed a sexist, a racist, a xenophobe, and morally deformed. They will attack you. They will slander you. They will seek to destroy your career and your family. They will lie, lie, lie.
Trump also took direct aim at People reporter Natasha Stoynoff, was assigned to do a puff piece about the Trumps on their one-year anniversary. Melania Trump, 6 months pregnant at the time. But the reporter now writes that when Melania went out of the room, Trump closed the door behind her. Within seconds, she writes, he was pushing me against the wall and forcing his tongue down my throat. Later, she says he leaned in and said, "You know we're going to have an affair, don't you?" and offered to buy her a steak at Peter Luger's. Natasha Stoynoff has declined all requests for interviews, but her People magazine editor spoke out in her defense.
What made people so confident that this was the truth?
Obviously, Natasha was one of our most trusted colleagues, and she's someone that we absolutely believe. This was fully vetted, and we stand by our story.
The story is totally false. By the way, this is a room that everybody can see, and it's got glass walls. It's at Mar-a-Lago. It's got glass walls. Can you believe this? Why wasn't it in the story, biggest story of the year?
Trump not only flatly denies the story, he seemed to attack the reporter's looks.
You take a look at her words. You tell me what you think. I don't think so. I don't think so.
Trump also blasted the New York Times for publishing the story of 2 other women, including Jessica Leeds, a businesswoman who claims Trump assaulted her 35 years ago when she was seated next to him on an airplane.
Another totally fabricated and false story that supposedly took place on an airplane more than 30 years ago. Another ridiculous tale, no witnesses, no nothing.
We reached out to both women interviewed by The Times without success. Trump's lawyers have threatened to sue the paper for libel, demanding a retraction and an apology. The Times refused, practically daring Trump to take them to court, calling the story newsworthy information on a subject of deep public concern. Now, none of these women filed reports with the authorities about these alleged assaults at the time. All of them say they felt powerless to challenge Trump publicly. George?
Meantime, David, there's a new report out from the city of New York that raises serious questions about how Donald Trump responded to 9/11.
That's right, George. Front page of the New York Daily News today, calling into question Trump's claims to have given generously to 9/11 victims in the immediate aftermath. The city controller did an audit of the charities and found no contributions from Trump. We should note the controller is a Democrat and presumably a Hillary Clinton supporter. George?
Okay, David Wright, thanks very much.
All right, and now to that passionate and intensely personal response to Donald Trump from First Lady Michelle Obama, attacking the Republican nominee over that lewd videotape. And ABC's Cecilia Vega has that story for us. Good morning, Cecilia.
Hey, Amy, good morning to you. This was not the first time Michelle Obama has delivered a hard-hitting campaign speech for Hillary Clinton, but this was the first time she has said anything like this. This was angry, this was personal, and this was all about one man. The First Lady never mentioned Donald Trump by name, but it was crystal clear exactly who she was talking about.
I can't believe that I'm saying that a candidate for president of the United States has bragged about sexually assaulting women. And I have to tell you that I can't stop thinking about this. It has shaken me to my core in a way that I couldn't have predicted.
Her first public comment since that now infamous video.
I just start kissing them. It's like a magnet. You just kiss. I don't even wait. And when you're a star, they let you do it. You can do anything. Whatever you want. Grab them by the you can do anything.
And Michelle Obama had a lot to say.
This is disgraceful. It is intolerable. And it doesn't matter what party you belong to, Democrat, Republican, Independent, no woman deserves to be treated this way.
She spent most of her time on that New Hampshire stage blasting Donald Trump.
This was not just a lewd conversation. This wasn't just locker room banter. This was a powerful individual speaking freely and openly about sexually predatory behavior and actually bragging about kissing and groping women.
She was so worked up, she had to fan herself when it was all over. Clinton telling Ellen how happy she was to have the First Lady do the heavy hitting.
The speech that she gave, I think, put into words what so many people are feeling, and not just women and girls, men and boys. And another part of her speech, she said, "This is not the way the men in my house talk." And that's what I've been hearing from men for the last several days.
Now, one person who is not going there, Bill Clinton. He was asked about the new allegations by Trump's accusers. He dodged the question and said that Michelle Obama gave the best speech of the entire campaign. But I got one more note for you. You'll probably remember one highlight from that debate. Donald Trump so close to Hillary Clinton on stage. Well, she addressed it on Ellen, too. She said he would, quote, literally stalk me around the stage, George. She called it really weird.
Okay, Cecilia, thanks very much. Let's talk about this now with Cokie Roberts and Matthew Dowd. And Cokie, let me begin with you. You could hear the shake in Michelle Obama's voice yesterday saying this is not normal. She's now given two of the most defining speeches of the campaign.
She absolutely has, and she is the best surrogate, George. What we've been hearing is young people really, really respond to her because she's completely authentic. She's the real person there. And particularly young African Americans are responding to her, and you know there's been an enthusiasm gap there. But she was really on fire yesterday. And when she said, "This is not normal," the whole place just burst into applause.
Absolutely erupted. And Matthew Dowd, you know, Cokie just talked about that enthusiasm gap. We've seen a real shift in that over the last week.
Well, you take a look at the Fox News poll that came out yesterday and the number of polls over the last 3 or 4 days. There has not been a shift in undecided voters. Undecided voters today are still almost exactly where they've been for the last 2 weeks. But what has changed is Hillary Clinton supporters are now just as enthusiastic as Donald Trump. Donald Trump supporters haven't dropped. He's still at his sort of 38% basement that he seems to lock in, but her supporters now have risen. The other thing, George, I think that is fascinating about the polling that has come out is Donald Trump has done what the Democrats couldn't do, which is seriously damage the GOP brand. Barack Obama's job approval rating is now at its highest it's ever been, and Hillary Clinton's favorability rating is at its highest. It's still negative, but it's at its highest it's been in this entire campaign.
And Coke, if you listen to Donald Trump's speeches over the last couple of days, it sounds as much about laying blame on why he's losing it as it is about winning more votes.
He does, and he's setting up a rigged system election, which is very worrisome. But I tell you, George, this has really touched a lot of women. I had total strangers coming up to me all day yesterday, telling me about incidents in their lives, including a woman who told me about something that happened to her on an airplane. And so I think that people are really relating to this in a way that terrifies them.
And then the question is, will they vote on that feeling as well?
We'll see.
Okay, Cokie Roberts, Matt Dowd, thanks very much. Final presidential debate is Wednesday right here on ABC. I'll be anchoring our live coverage with our whole political team. That starts at 9 Eastern. And now, Michael, you get the latest on Hurricane Nicole.
Yes, it's another big story we talked about yesterday, and it continues. Hurricane Nicole's tearing through Bermuda with 120-mile-an-hour winds. And Jennifer, you were saying 90% of the country was without power.
Right, without power. But amazingly, no one injured or killed. If you were wondering what a Category 3 hurricane looks like, this is the vicious wind raking that island of Bermuda. So many stunning images, but again, they came out safe in general. Take a look.
Bermuda blasted. Furious winds in the hurricane reaching 120 miles per hour. As Category 3 Hurricane Nicole went barreling across the island, gusts were measured to 104 miles per hour.
Can't see much, everything's a whiteout.
Officials warning people to take cover.
We need everyone inside.
But not everyone listened.
My family's insane.
Nicole is the second major hurricane in the Atlantic in just 2 weeks. Always impressive from space, you can see the eye. And inside that eye, this drone video taken as the winds briefly calmed. This morning, more than 16,000 people still without power. Even with the fierceness of Nicole's winds, damage on the island of 65,000 people was minimal.
So Nicole long gone. Now we turn to the Pacific Northwest, where winds actually in parts of Oregon and along the coast there went up to 100 miles per hour as well with this storm. So that was storm number 1. And right now you can see it on the satellite. The images of the rain, the heavy rains and the wind, well, it's not over. Tomorrow is actually the big deal. Tomorrow we could end up making history because we've got this atmospheric moisture kind of forcing these storms and fueling them. But this one is actually from remnants of an old typhoon, and it's going to come in the afternoon, evening. Seattle could end up seeing one of its worst storms in a decade. Again, heavy rains, wind gusts of 80+ miles per hour, Amy.
Wow. All right, Ginger, thank you. Well, now to the desperate search for a man investigators are calling a serial kidnapper, seen right here in this surveillance footage, accused of abducting and attacking a 6-year-old girl and then trying to kidnap someone else. ABC's Alex Perez has the very latest on the FBI search. Good morning to you, Alex.
Hey, good morning, Amy. Investigators are expanding their search. They have received more than 300 tips over the last 8 months, but they still have not been able to track down the suspect.
This morning, the FBI and Ohio investigators on the hunt for a serial kidnapper they say is targeting young children.
We have one of those very rare occurrences that is actually a stranger abduction, and so that makes it even more dangerous.
This is the suspect, caught on surveillance camera walking down an alley wearing a hat and a hooded sweatshirt. Authorities believe he is the man who kidnapped a 6-year-old girl from her Cleveland home in the middle of the night last May, the kidnapper dropping off the girl 17 hours later in a different neighborhood. Her parents now speaking out and joining the fight to track down whoever is responsible.
There's no kid safe out there while he's out.
Authorities say the suspect is cold and calculated, casing his victims' homes several times before striking, unlocking windows and doors, and breaking in even when adults are home. That's exactly what happened in Elyria, Ohio last February, when police say the same suspect broke in through a window and tried to kidnap a 10-year-old girl from her bedroom.
Someone just tried to come in my daughter's window and grabbed her leg.
She was able to fight him off and alerted her father, but the suspect got away.
He is fearless. You know, he is after a child. That's his objective, and that's scary.
Authorities believe the suspect is driving this vehicle, a Chevy Malibu with a mismatched front panel.
And investigators are hoping someone will recognize this suspect. The FBI is offering a $20,000 reward for any information leading to an arrest. George?
Let's hope that helps. Okay, Alex, thanks very much. We're going to get the latest fallout now from those Samsung phones catching fire on planes. Some U.S. airlines are now adding a new tool to protect passengers from overheating phones. ABC's Gio Benitez is here with the details. Good morning, Gio.
George, good morning to you. No doubt the airlines have been watching that very closely. We're talking about so-called fire containment bags, and one of the largest airlines, Delta, just announcing it's bringing them on board.
It's the latest move to prevent in-flight fires from cell phones. Delta, Virgin America, and Alaska Airlines adding these new fire suppression bags to their fleet after reports of those exploding Samsung Galaxy Note 7 phones.
Samsung Galaxy Note 7 phones are not to be charged or powered on during this flight.
A demo for these kinds of bags showing how they work. Watch as the equipment inside the bag smolders, and then, even with an explosion, the fire doesn't get out. The bags can withstand temperatures up to 3,200 degrees. Airlines have been proactive since the first reports of Samsung phones smoking, catching fire, or overheating. And we've seen what happens when the Note 7s do catch fire. Recently, a replacement Note 7 started smoking on a Southwest flight.
994, we got smoke in the cabin. Can you send the emergency equipment over here?
Everyone was evacuated, but the case sparking an urgent warning, even for the new models said to be safe.
It's really a pilot's worst nightmare to have to deal with either fire or smoke in an airplane.
The FAA has tested the dangers of overheating lithium batteries on planes before. Now, with Samsung stopping production of the Note 7, the company is sending customers fire-safe packaging to ship the phones back.
And it'll take some time for Delta to add the new fire suppression bags to its fleet. It'll add them first to international flights, those long ones. Those Note 7 fires adding urgency now as airlines rush this equipment onto their planes.
Make sure passengers know how to use them as well.
Right, that's right.
Okay, Gio, thanks very much. Mike, let's go back to that Shark Tank.
Terrifying video, George. You know, shark tanks are supposed to keep the sharks out. Well, in this case, it didn't work. Shark lunging at some bait ends up getting into the tank. A single diver in that tank, very experienced diver Ming Chan from Shanghai, who went specifically to Mexico just to go diving with the sharks. He stayed down. He went out of the bottom of the tank. And as he's at the bottom of the tank, he's watching two other great whites circle around.
Oh, my gosh.
And the crew was smart enough to open the top of the tank. Thankfully, the shark came out. Ming Chan was safe. His wife said, "Next time, I love you, but you better be beeping careful when you go again. I love you. You almost died. Go back."
It's like, how did the shark get into the tank to begin with? They're
Broke
obviously
through, yeah. Bait and hit the tank,
my
hit the
gosh.
cage, and it
broke.
just burst through. Yeah. Would you guys? Would you dive with sharks? I'm just curious.
I swam with nurse sharks, but that's where I draw the line. Like, never a great white, ever, ever.
You confessed it was one of your big fears.
A shark is a shark to me. Nurse shark, great white.
They all have teeth, right?
They all have teeth. The shark is a shark. Not my thing,
Not
George.
going to happen. Let's go back to Ginger.
I'm taking you with me next time, Michael. I did it with 40 sharks.
You're
You're coming.
own.
Well, you're coming. All right. A quick look at those wind advisories. They're not just coastal, but inland. They could go gusts 50 to even 80 miles per hour. Your local weather in 30 seconds. First, the weekend getaways brought to you by Las Vegas.
I just got a postcard
Oh, yeah? Neat.
from you.
Oh, work trip canceled. Headed to Vegas for the weekend. Love me. Huh, that's nice, right? P.S. Phone dead. Sad face emoji. Sad face emoji.
Well, not seeing any fog on area roads this morning. No, nothing but sunshine and some sun glare as well. Our temperatures coming out of the 40s to around 50 degrees throughout the morning hours. We top out today a few degrees below average at 65 degrees. So, folks, you're going to need the jacket, the long sleeves all day long, and especially this evening as we fall back to around 50 degrees late by around 10 to 11 o'clock. The weekend gorgeous, mid-60s to low 70s. A little bit of rain on Monday. The bigger story would be these 80s that show up mid-part of next week.
Coming up here on GMA, the former University of Virginia dean who faced death threats in the wake of that report about campus rape is now speaking out in an exclusive interview with Amy.
And then take a look at this video, a 7-foot gorilla smashing through his zoo enclosure and escaping, putting the zoo on lockdown. That terrifying moment coming up. Stay with us.